Hello, I'm Mora, and welcome to Emilio Nieto, straight off the street. And this is two things. It's a story about someone who lived on the streets for many years and made his living playing music on the streets. And it's an album. I have 9 songs that I recorded in my home studio of Emilio back in about 2005. So this story actually starts back in the early 70s. In fact, in around 1970, Emilio started playing on the streets in New Orleans and in downtown Chicago as a busker. He was a busker who made money earning tips playing music on street corners or in tunnels or by train stations. And he was a legend. He was a street legend in 2 places. He was a legend in New Orleans on Bourbon Street in the French Quarter, where it's famously known that people make their living as street musicians. And he also worked in downtown Chicago. And he worked in 3 places in downtown Chicago. He worked at Union Station, or on Michigan Avenue, or under the tunnels, or in the tunnels rather, that run under Lakeshore Drive in Chicago. And I can tell you that one of the reasons, maybe even the most important reason that Emilio did so well at this, was because he was a really tough, scrappy guy. Now, he had a great personality. He was a fun guy to be around. But when it came to getting the best tipping spot in town, Emilio had the natural strength. He had the physique to defend any spot that he wanted to have. And it was an important secret to his success. Now, how do I know the Emilio Nieto story? Well, Emilio's younger brother Louis is my age, and we grew up on the same block on Butternut Street in East Chicago, Indiana. And family legend on both sides has it that Emilio walked Louis and me by the hand to kindergarten. I remember him as a presence my whole life, as I remember Louis as a presence my whole life. And so much is Louis a presence in my whole life that I spoke to him today. So we're still in contact after all these years. And so how I really connected with Emilio very strongly was because we knew he was the guy that was out of town at a very young age. He was gone, and he was a great guitar player, and he was a great singer. And he taught Louis and me our first chords on guitar. And Louis and I, in fact, played our first performance in public together at a church talent show that I will never forget. We played Horse with No Name, and we were a smash. So we were at a church, and I thought we'd get in trouble because the girls screamed and rushed the stage when we came up to play, even before we played a note. And so I became addicted to that. So I loved music, and then that made me love it maybe 5 times more because it was just so fun. And it turned out even the priests loved our song and sang along with us. So that worked out great. But back to Emilio, I'm going to share 3 anecdotes about Emilio that are really fun before we get into the music. One is that Emilio, when he worked downtown in Chicago, when he would take breaks or be off the street, and maybe, for example, he might go eat. He'd go eat at a kind of an upscale bar, and he'd go eat where there were lots of lawyers because he loved speaking about politics. In fact, he loved arguing about politics if you were in the mood to argue with him about it. He was on the conservative side. And he had a funny way of being conservative, because if you think about it, sometimes you might think that a street person would not be a very conservative guy, but his perception of himself was exactly what I would say somebody with more conservative tendencies has as their identity, and that was that he was independent. He could make his living playing guitar, and to him, his life defined freedom, and to him, conservatism meant you're free. The government leaves people alone. He wanted to be left alone. He didn't want to pay much in tax, like almost any street musician. Well, I'm sure like all street musicians. Heck, like all of us. Anyway, so he was a conservative guy, and so he saw himself as a worker, not a beggar. And in fact, he was tough on beggars. His tough personality extended to being critical. If he'd see a beggar, he would tell him, get up and get a job. And so that was an aspect of Emilio's personality. And then here's a great story that Emilio shared with Louis and me, and that was that when he worked in New Orleans, one particular night, Emilio was playing a bar after hours for the owner and some friends, some guests. And who walks up to Emilio while Emilio's in the middle of a song? He sits right next to Emilio. He puts snakeskin boots up on a table, tilts a bottle of Jack Daniels, and watches Emilio play. No less than Eric Clapton. So Eric Clapton watches Emilio play a song, and then when Emilio finishes playing the song, he asks Eric if he wants to play his guitar, and Eric snatches the guitar, like saying, "You no talent punk, give me that guitar." And he starts playing what Emilio described was the greatest guitar playing he ever observed in his life. He'd never seen someone play and sing like Eric did that night. So the guitar that Eric played is a guitar you will see in this video, and it is the guitar on which I learned my first few chords. So I'm a huge Eric Clapton lover, like so many guitar players are. And then I have that what's that, 2-degree separation from Eric Clapton. Quite incredible. So a little bit more about Emilio. The secret to his success, here we go. I've kind of said it, but then I'll just lay it out like a menu, like a script, like a prescription. If you're a street player and you want to make a living on the streets, or if you're just a person who wants to try busking, here are the secrets. You've got to have the best corner. Find a spot where people already are known to tip, where there's a lot of foot traffic. That's why places like New Orleans, where it's a tradition, or large cities where people who come to work downtown have wealth, don't mind tipping 5, 10, 20 bucks if they really like you. The second connected really point to that is, I've already mentioned, is you gotta be tough, because if you got a great street corner and other musicians see you making big money, they will try to get there before you. And it's literally a chest-to-chest universe. I mean, Emilio would go up to guys and say, "You know, this is my corner. You're out of here." And those few guys who took the risk of challenging Emilio did not fare well. I can say that. I know that personally because I've seen him in action a number of times, and he wasn't a guy you wanted to mess with. And then his song selection. Emilio had the knack for doing lots of Sam Cooke and other material of the time, material from the 50s and 60s, although he worked in the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. He worked for over 40 years on the streets. This is how he made his living his whole life. He just had the knack for seeing people and guessing by the way they were dressed, their age, etc., gender. He would flirt a little bit, you know, to make a tip. He just knew what songs to play, and he had a massive, a large repertoire of songs. And a really important, a couple of more important things are his legitimacy as a street person, his appearance, his personality, his ability to be scrappy, to have a great street sense of humor. He didn't cuss. He wasn't rude. He was polite. But he was filled with street quips, of which I'm completely unarmed. I could never pretend to be Emilio. I won't even try to imitate him. So Emilio was, in contrast to me, charismatic just naturally. You could just run into him in line at a grocery store, and you'd be captured by this guy. And he sounded street, and that's what you will get to enjoy in these recordings. Picture someone on a street corner. In fact, I recorded him in my home studio, but for effect today, I'm adding street sounds as background between songs, so that we can get the flavor of what it might have been like to see Emilio playing on a street corner. These 9 songs are the only recordings that exist of Emilio. He did do some recording in studio, but that's long lost material, and that was done way earlier. But this was done in around 2005 in my home. And in fact, he spent time in my home out here in California. And he is Uncle Mel to my kids. So this is dedicated to my best friend from childhood, Willie Nieto, and the Nieto family, and all those people out there who know Willie and who know Emilio. And I'll tell you how well known he was. I was an investment banker in downtown Chicago, and I brought Emilio up to the trading floor at First Chicago. Now that's J.P. Morgan through mergers. And he was known. People on the trading floor recognized this guy I brought in, who they had seen at the train station or had seen out on Lakeshore Drive, or maybe they'd seen him in a bar arguing with lawyers. So here you go. This is, again, Emilio Nieto, straight off the street. Emilio, I love you. I miss you.
My man Sam Cooke. Here it is another Saturday night, and I ain't got nobody. I got some money, cause I just got paid. How I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm in an awful way. Here it is another Saturday night, and I ain't got nobody. I got some money, I just got paid. How I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm in an awful way. I got in town a month ago. I seen a lot of girls since then. If I could meet them, I could get them. As yet I haven't met them. That's how I'm in the state I'm in. Here it is another Saturday night, and I ain't got nobody. I got some money cause I just got paid. How I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm in an awful way. Well, now, another fella told me he had a sister who looked just fine. Instead of being my deliverance, she had the strange resemblance to a cat named Frankenstein. Ooh, love, another Saturday night, and I ain't got nobody. I got some money cause I just got paid. How I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm in an awful way. It's hard on a fella when he don't know his way around. If I don't find me a honey to help me spend my money, I'm gonna have to blow this town. Hey everybody, another Saturday night, and I ain't got nobody. I got some money cause I just got paid. How I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm in an awful way. Another Saturday night, I ain't got nobody. I got some money cause I just got paid. How I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm in an awful way. Yeah, it's hard on a fella when he don't know his way around. If I don't find me a honey to help me spend my money, I'm gonna have to blow this town. Everybody knows Saturday night, I ain't got nobody. I got some money cause I just got paid. How I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm in an awful, yeah, I'm in an awful, Lord, I'm in an awful way. You're riding high in a saddle, you got it made. You're sitting on top of the world with a smile on your face, cause you're getting made by somebody else's girl. And that horse that you played wanted going away. You know the taste of money is sweet, but just when you think that you can't be beat, you're caught all alone on a dead-end street. And bang, bang, you did. Hear what I say. Bang, bang, you did. Seven come 11, you just can't lose. You're bound to win it all. And the road to fame that bears your name finds you standing 10 feet tall. But you're going too strong as you're cruising along to see the light that you ran was red. Someone tell his brother to run and tell their mother that they never saw the curve ahead. And bang, bang, you did. Hear what I say. Bang, bang, you're dead. No, no, no. Bang, bang, you're dead. Yeah, you're riding high in the saddle. You got it made. You're sitting on top of the world with a smile on your face, 'cause you're getting laid by somebody else's girl. And that horse that you played won't it going away, and the taste of money is sweet. Just when you think that you can't be beat, you're caught all alone on a dead street. And bang, 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 you're dead. Crazy for feeling so lonely without you. I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so blue. I knew love me as long as you wanted to. And then you leave me for somebody new. Worry, why do I let myself worry? My love could hold you. Well, I'm crazy for trying, and I'm crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. My love could hold you. Well, I'm crazy for trying, and I'm crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Yes, I'm crazy for trying, and I'm crazy for crying, and I'm crazy. Yes, I'm crazy, baby, you're driving me out of my mind. Well, I'm crazy for trying, and I'm crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? You've been out riding fences for so long now. You're a hard one, I know you got your reasons, but these things that are pleasing you hurt you somehow. Don't you draw the queen of diamonds, boy, she'll beat you if she's able. You know the queen of hearts is always your best bet. Oh, and it seems to me some fine things have been laid upon your table, but you only want the ones you can't get. And desperado, why you ain't getting no younger? Your pain and your hunger, they're driving you home. And freedom, oh freedom, that's just some people talking. Your prison is walking through this world all alone. Feet get cold in the winter time, the sky won't snow and the sun won't shine. It's hard to tell the night time from the day, and you're losing all your highs and lows. And ain't it funny how that feeling goes away? It goes away. Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? Come on down from them fences. You've been riding so long. You're a hard one, I know you got the reasons, but these things that are pleasing you can damn sure steer you wrong. The queen of diamonds let you down, she was just an empty fable. And the queen of hearts, you swear you never met. And your twisted fate has found you out, and it's finally turned the tables, and it stole all your dreams and paid you with regret. And desperado, why don't you come to your senses? Come on down from them faces and open the gate. It may be raining, but there's a rainbow above you. You better let somebody love you. You better let somebody love you before it's too late. sitting in the morning sun. I'll be sitting till the evening comes, watching the ships roll in, then I'll watch them roll away again. I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. I left my home back in Georgia, and I headed for the Frisco Bay. I've got nothing to live for, and look like nothing's coming my way. I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Looks like ain't nothing ever gonna change, 'cause everything still remains the same. I can't do what 10 people tell me to do, so I guess I'll remain the same. Ooh, I'm just sitting here resting my bones, and this loneliness won't leave me alone. 2,000 miles I have roamed just to make this dock my home. I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Looks like ain't nothing ever gonna change, 'cause everything still remains the same. I cannot do what 10 people tell me to do, so I guess I'll remain the same. Lord, I'm just sitting here resting my bones, and this loneliness won't leave me alone. And 2,000 miles I have roamed just to make this dock my home. I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. There is us in New Orleans, they call the rising sun, and it's been the room of many a poor boy. And God, I just know I'm one. My mama, she was a Yes, he sold my new blue jeans. And my daddy was a gambling man. We died in New Orleans. Now the only thing that a gambler ever needs is a suitcase in his trunk. And the only time he's truly satisfied is when he's all drunk. So mothers, tell your children not to do what I have done, to spend their lives in sin and misery in the house of the rising sun. I've got one foot on the platform, I've got the other one on the train, and they're dragging me back to New Orleans to wear that ball and chain. There is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun, and it's been the room of many a poor boy. And God, I know I'm one. And God, I know I'm one. And God, I know I'm one. Little robin sitting outside my window. Won't you tell me just where the wind goes? And little robin, won't you tell me how I can fly so I too can be free? 'Cause every time you come around, I feel like the biggest fool in town. I really don't know what it means to be free, little robin. Every time you come around, I feel like the biggest fool in town. I really don't know what it means to be free, little robin, sing. Spread your wings and sing. You know, every time you Robin. Every time you come around, I feel like the biggest fool in town. I really don't know what it means to be free. Little Robin sang, spread your wings and sing. Little Robin sang. There will never ever be another love for me like you, babe. And no matter where I go, I'm sure I'll never know another you, babe. Tell me what am I to do now that we are through, and my broken world is coming to an end. For there will never ever be another love for me like you again. As I sit and think of why it's no longer you and I, it makes me sad. And I almost come to tears when I think of all those years that we shared. But the sky has lost its blue, and the birds sing out of tune, and this broken heart of mine will never mend. For there will never ever be another love for me like you again. Yeah, the sky has lost its blue, and the birds sing out of tune, and this broken heart of mine will never mend. For there will never ever be another love for me like you again. There will never ever be another love for me like you, baby. And no matter where I go, I'm sure I'll never know another you, babe. Tell me what am I to do now that we are through, and my broken world is coming to an end. For there will never ever be another love for me like you again. Yeah, the sky has lost its blue, and the birds sing out of tune, and this broken heart of mine just won't mend. For there will never ever be another love for me. There will never ever be another love for me, Mama. There will never ever be another love for me like you again. If I could wish upon a star, I'd wish to be with you. For no matter where you are, well, I'd want to be there too. And if wishing on a star could make my dreams come true, why you love me like I love you. And if falling stars above could all their secrets tell, they'd talk about a love that from the sky once fell, and falling for your heart held you in its spell. And how you love me just like I love you. Wishing on a star, they say won't get you far, and they say that your dreams won't come true. But I don't have the time to pay them any mind, 'cause I'm too busy wishing for you. They say won't get you far, and they say that your dreams won't come true. But I don't have the time to pay them any mind, 'cause I'm too busy wishing for you. If I could wish upon a star, I'd wish to be with you. For no matter where you are, well, I'd want to be there too. And if wishing on a star could make my dreams come true, why you love me like I love you. So when time is passed away and the world is over through, well, I wish that I could stay just to spend the end with you. And needless to say, that when my wish was through, why you love me just like I love you.